Hi everyone, I just wanted to show my favorite Pink Floyd pressings and the best pressings thereof. So I know for many people this will be a boring video, but I was thinking, since I got quite some questions about those wonderful Pink Floyd pressings, I wanted to show my favorite Pink Floyds and uh, their favorite pressings, which I very much like. So we can start with the Dark Side of the Moon. I have quite a few pressings of the Dark Side of the Moon here. I will just announce 1 second. Oh, Monsieur is here. Sorry, Monsieur, to bore you. I just thought it's nice to have it here, and I will write also something in the description of this, because I said so much numbers and so many descriptions. So I will put a description in the I will put some description in the description, some description of the pressings in the description. So Dark Side of the Moon, I have 4 pressings of the Dark Side of the Moon right here. And I'm not a big fan of ranking, but I think it should go a little bit with the ranking. So I have 4 of them, and I know quite more of them. So this is the original American pressing of the Dark Side of the Moon. I have to show it a little bit. It is SMS, SMAS, the SMAS pressing. This is typical American pressing. This is the first one. It's mastered by Wally, and it's not, I have to say, not my favorite one. It has this part. I want to have a bigger screen. I cannot have a bigger screen. Okay, so this one is the US pressing of Dark Side of the Moon, mastered by Wally Traugott, I think he's called, and it's really a good one. But I would not recommend the US pressing for Dark Side of the Moon. It's too wishy-washy. It's a little bit too nice. It has not this attack of the UK. So from my 4, which I have here, this would be the least ideal and the least highly recommended one. It's good sounding, but it's not one of the best ones. So then I would go on, and that will shock a lot of people, because my 3rd ranking would be, this is an original. I think the light is a little bit tricky here. This is an original UK first pressing of the Dark Side of the Moon, but not one with the solid blue triangle. It is the A1 B3 matrix, very early matrix, very beautiful album, sounds very wonderful. It has a huge sound stage. It has a lot of attack, very beautiful. I mean, this is an album which is anyway very wonderfully produced and recorded. So this would be high recommendation for the UK. First pressing, the blue triangle, I will never be able to afford, and I don't want to afford a record for 1,400 euros or something like that. So I got one in a very nice shape. This is A1 B3 pressing, and it looks beautiful. It has nothing on it. It is like, yeah, very good plus, excellent, coming to near mint. And it's a beautiful one. It's a quiet one. I'm glad I have it. But honestly speaking, I'm glad I have it, but it's not my best and not my favorite one. It will shock many people that my favorite pressing is actually the second German pressing. It is the second German pressing, has the catalog number 1C. I can show you. I hope we can see it. It has the catalog number. If it gets sharp, I hope it gets sharp. No, it doesn't get sharp. The catalog number is up here. It's 1C. 1C064 is the starting number of the second German pressing. So I call it a 64 pressing, 1C064 pressing. It has, for me personally, the most balanced sound. I had the German first pressing of the Dark Side of the Moon, It's really also wonderful. Many prefer the first pressing of the Dark Side of the Moon 1CO62 as the best sounding one, even better than the Blue Triangle. I concur. I never heard the Blue Triangle, but I concur that the first German pressing sounds awesome. But for my personal taste, the second pressing, the 1CO64, this one has the more balanced sound and the more pleasurable sound. I like this much more. It has more the mid range I prefer on this one. The soundstage is huge. What is it about the second? Yeah, I just said, Ian, that it is more balanced. I cannot tell you. It's very subjectively. I know Liam and Michael 45. They prefer the one C 062, and I prefer the 64. It has a more mellow. It has a little warmer sound. Like the first pressing, I have both here. I had both here. I sold now the German first pressing because I yeah. This is yeah, I know. Sorry. So for me personally, if you love the stereo mix of Dark Side of the Moon, I highly recommend either the German first pressing or the German second pressing. German first pressing is 1CO62. The second German pressing is 1CO64. And my personal opinion, this one wins. But my favorite version of the Dark Side of the Moon is the UK quadraphonic. Here, this quadraphonic sound version of the Dark Side of the Moon. This is my favorite mix, the favorite mastering. It sounds really special. If you are used to the stereo mix of Dark Side of the Moon and you get the quadraphonic mix, it blows you away. I heard things I never heard before, and this is a really cool one. This is the original UK in very good condition. It has this SQ on the labels. I can show here. It has the SQ above on the labels. It's really, I'm glad I found this one in a very good condition. If you find it beautiful, if you cannot find the UK one, get the Eastern Germany Amiga pressing. You can find it on Discogs, Dark Side of the Moon Amiga. Go for the red label and check in the description. They write that this Amiga pressing, it uses the same stamper as this one, as the UK quadraphonic pressing. The Eastern German Amiga is really a great sounding version of the quadraphonic mix of the Dark Side of the Moon. Excellent. This is really cool sound experience, because I was used to the stereo mix of Dark Side of the Moon, and Patrick, the vinyl archivist, he told me check out the quadraphonic sound even on a stereo system. It is mind-blowing what you hear more and how much you really hear on that album. I heard things I never heard before. So then comes the wall. I have 3 walls here. 3 of these. One of my favorite Pink Floyd albums will always be The Wall. And here the ranking is very easy, because I personally prefer, let me check. I personally prefer this one here. This one is the German first pressing. It has the catalog number 1C and then 198. The German first pressing with the sturdy inlets, not the paper mache, the paper inlets. It should have these strong inlets, and it has this number 189. It's a very beautiful, you can see, very beautiful one. I was looking for this one a long time to get this one in near mint, and I found it in near mint for my personal collection. This is a stunning sounding album for me. The German, I heard it first as a German, and the German wall has this incredible balance of all ranges, high, mid, and bottom end. It sounds perfect. I use this one when I set up my turntable, when I set up my system. The German wall for me will always be my preferred one, and it's a subjective area. I tell you later. This one would be my first rating. The German first pressing of the wall is incredible. It's really an incredible sounding record, and it's not very expensive. Second play, I have the UK first pressing, also very, very good for sure. Let me check if it's the right thing I tell. This is the UK. Yes, no, this is not the UK. Sorry. 1 second. This one is the UK first pressing. A1, B1, C1, D1, I think, like that. It has the biggest soundstage, but for me, it has too much of the attack, too much of the it's a little bit for me more fatiguing than the German one. It's not so balanced like the German one. Many prefer the attack on this one. It sounds phenomenal. Both sound phenomenal. All three I have here sound phenomenal. But the German one, for my personal opinion, has the more balanced sound. And this one has the most attack, the most in your face. Maybe you can also call it clarity, but I love how the German sounds a little warmer. So this one is the UK first pressing. Very, very good if you get it. It's very expensive to find a good one in great condition. So the second would be the UK first pressing, and this one is a special pressing. This is the first pressing American one, and it has the military only stamper on it. You can see here for military use only. It has this on the like promo stamper. It has this for military use only, and many consider this one as the best sounding one, even better than the German, and even better than the UK one. It sounds also very, very good. It's not a super big difference to the UK or the German. I'm not good at comparing, but I can hear that the German one, again, I want to say, is more balanced. It has much more the sound I prefer, the more warmer. This one has a huge soundstage too. It has not this beautiful mid-range like the German one, but all three are in really, really in a category of sounding absolutely stunning. And it is a matter of taste. Therefore, I have all three. For military use only, really, you can check on Discogs. I found that at a record fair, and then when you read it in the comments on Discogs, you will hear that they all prefer it over the others. So this is a secret thing. I don't know. I found it by chance, and I thought, okay, military use only, and it sounds really, really good. Good day. And it sounds really, really good. And very important for the for the wall is that it should have TML in the dead wax for dark sax. It should be mastered TML in the dead wax by dark sax. All three of them I have here have TML in the dead wax. This is very, very important. And like I said, all three are super, super nice sounding, but I prefer the German one. So then Wish You Were Here. This is an easy one. Wish You Were Here, I had many of them. Hi, Liam. Wish You Were Here, I had many of them in my collection. And Wish You Were Here, this one is the original UK first pressing. This has let me check if I don't say nonsense. Yes, this is the original UK first pressing A1 B3 matrix. Hi, A1 B3 matrix. Patrick highly recommended this one to me, A1 B3. Of course, he prefers the Nimbus Supercut, which is unaffordable to me. But this one is a great sounding UK first pressing A1 B3, but not, for me personally, the best sounding one. It sounds wonderful. The disadvantage this one has, I had now three of them, three A1 B3 pressings of the UK first pressing, and not one was quiet. So it's very hard to find a wonderful, quiet sounding UK first pressing of the Wish You Were Here album. You have to be very lucky to find one which is very, very quiet. And you have to spend a lot of money for that. They all look near mint. I had three of them and they all looked near mint, but they crackled like a campfire. And I was so bummed out that this is an album with a lot of quiet parts, like Shine On You Crazy Diamond. And if there's a crackle fest, it annoys the freak out of you. So I love the sound of the A1B3 UK pressing, but I never found a really quiet one. This is a very quiet one, but not quiet for a near mint excellent VG plus. No, not at all. It looks beautiful. It looks fantastic. I can show you, but it doesn't sound like it looks. It has nothing much on it. Some hairlines are there, but I heard that the vinyl for this UK pressings have not been in stellar condition. So this is a highly recommended album if you find it in a quiet pressing. I had no luck for 3 and I gave up because I found my favorite pressing. My favorite pressing of Wish You Were Here is the German one, and it's the one with the number 1 here on this catalog number 1. It should be 1064 on the catalog number 1064 is the second German pressing. 1062, like in Dark Side of the Moon, is the same. 1062 is the first pressing. Sounds phenomenal, but this one sounds, for my taste, better. So go to Discogs, type in Wish You Were Here 1064, the German second pressing, and you will be very happy. And you can find this is one, it looks unplayed, it's dead quiet, it sounds marvelous, it has a huge soundstage, it has huge dynamics. This is a wonderful pressing of Wish You Were Here, and my favorite one. I heard the 1062, I heard the US pressing, I heard so many, but this one, High Ridge, this one is the best one. 1064, and if you don't find the 64, get the 62. Both sound phenomenal, but my preference is 64. But this is very personal. Then for the animals, first off, I don't want to go out now. My preferred honest pressing is the new remix of Animals. I find fantastic because for me, that's the one I got you. Yeah, the 1C. Which one did I get you, Rich? 62 or 64? I am not quite sure. One of both, and both sound awesome. Maybe 1CO62. For Animals, like I said, for Animals, I prefer the new remix. It sounds wonderful to me. They did a marvelous job bringing out the clarity on the album. The drums and the instruments sound in my ears better than on the original pressings I have here. This is the German first pressing, I think. Let me check. No, this is the German second pressing. Again, this one has this catalog number 1CO64, always assigned for the second pressing. 64 means second pressing. It sounds very good. The 62 sounds better, but I didn't find it in a wonderful shape, so I was happy with the 64, the second pressing of Animals. The German pressing sounds very nice, but if you don't like the new remix, you should go for this one. This is the A12U B2U pressing of the Animals' original UK pressing. This is a really wonderful pressing. A2U B2U, fantastic. If you find A2U B2U, you are lucky, and you can stop searching for the best pressing of Animals because you found it. The UK A2U B2U is the best Animal pressings I heard from the original ones, but for my personal taste, I love the new one. I don't know. I have not. I don't have any. I had 2 Animals of the new remix. They have been both very good, but I heard many complain about. Yeah, you're right. Many complain about issues which they had to send back to America or to Amazon. Several of the new Animals in Germany also have been faulty, but I have been lucky. I ordered 2 that I can check, and then I send one back, but both have been in fabulous condition. So for the Meddle, the last one I have here, the Meddle, this is my least favorite one. This is the American pressing. Sounds very good. It's nice, but cannot hold up to this one. This is the original UK first pressing in this textured sleeve. It should have a textured sleeve, and it has the number SHVL. and A1, B1 should be in the dead wax. And this one is fabulous, very, very beautiful. My favorite version of Meddle is the UK first pressing. And the next one would be, I don't have it here because I'm happy with the UK one. I had the German first pressing, and again, it's the same Meddle again. The German first pressing would be 1CO62, the second would be 1CO64, and here for Meddle, you should get the 1CO62. This is the first German Meddle pressing, which sound fantastic. But honestly speaking, the English one is really the one you should get. So this would be a very quick overview of my favorite Pink Floyd albums and their my favorite pressings of them. I'm sure there are more more good pressings around, but for me, those have been very, very beautiful, and I'm glad that this knowledge is there. I am thankful to Patrick for always showing this and giving this knowledge very nicely, so that we can profit from it, and then we can check. Yeah, some of the later pressings of the UK of Meddle. Yeah, I don't know. I never look when I never yeah, mid 70s should be pretty much not okay. But I never look for Meddle laters because I had this the UK first pressing, so I never looked for any else any pressing else, except the German first and second pressing are recommendable. I have not heard later pressings from Meddle, but I heard they sound pretty decent, like the Sabbath also, the early Sabbath repressings from Nemes and stuff sound good. So I think mid 70s Meddle pressing should be very okay. But if you're lucky, and if you're lucky, you find the UK first pressing, and if not, I would 100% prefer a German first pressing over the late over 70s or 80s pressing of Meddle. And they are not difficult to find. If you I will put the catalog numbers in the description for Dark Side Metal and Animals. No, Animals not for Dark Side. Wish You Were Here and Metal. I can put the catalog number in the description because they are very easy to find on Discogs, and you will love it because it's really good vinyl. The German vinyl is very, very good. You will not be disappointed. So that would be a very quick review of these albums. I hope you find the information valuable and you can use it for your taste. For myself, I loved it that I could profit from this knowledge from Patrick and from others. And you can check it out on your stereo system, and you can listen to it and you can hear the difference. And sometimes they are not subtle. Okay, bye for now. Have a wonderful time, and thank you for your attention. Bye.